I wanted to wait for VShojo's response before giving an update to this whole story, but with the way things have developed over the last 24 hours here, I'm not confident we'll ever get a response from them because I don't think there's going to be anyone left at the company for that. It has been a complete collapse of this company, and it is still radio silence from VShojo here, and I've just got to give you this update because it is crazy what's happened. In a nutshell, VShojo was, I'm going to use past tense because this shit is in the dirt right now. It has been fucking blasted to Valhalla. VShojo was an agency that represented some of the biggest VTubers in the space, especially in the English-speaking VTuber space, which is a huge market. These creators pull in thousands of viewers every single stream and are responsible for millions of dollars being generated to the VShojo company. And what's happened recently is tons of that talent had been leaving VShojo, and yesterday, Iron Mouse made a video that really opened Pandora's box here to the scumminess of VShojo, where she explains why she is also leaving, and it's because they owe her a significant amount of money personally, but they also owe over $500,000 to charity that Iron Mouse raised for charity that VShojo was supposed to be responsible for donating on her behalf, something they still haven't done a year later, but I'm sure it's coming any day now. There's just been a big clog at the office, but they're very excited to get to it. And other creators under the VTuber agency have come forward with similar horror stories here about the way that they handled finances, where some of them also are owed a significant amount of money that they haven't been paid. So it seems like VShojo treats payment to their talent the same way I treat changing the oil in my car. I'll get to it eventually. It's not that big a deal. Just keep kicking the can down the road, and eventually my fucking car is just going to break down, and I'm going to be tight. I'm going to be real mad. And much like what's going to happen to my car because I just keep procrastinating the oil change, this company has completely broken down now. From everything I have seen, every VTuber that was represented by VShojo, all of the ones I can find, have either already packed their bags and left or announced that they are leaving. I have yet to find a single person that's like digging their heels into the ground, lat spreading and saying, I'm staying with VShojo, baby. I'm keeping here. This is my ship, and I'm sailing with the crew. I have not found a single VTuber that is standing by them because it's a pretty indefensible thing that they are accused of here, and they haven't shed any light on their side of things yet, which admittedly it has been a pretty short period of time, but with so many people having similar encounters and similar stories about VShojo, it feels very unlikely that there's any wiggle room for some kind of justified reason why they've been withholding payments and not donating what they owe to charity. It feels like it's kind of, checkmate here. I don't think a response would save them in any way, but I mean, maybe they could shed some crazy light here on like what's going on and why. I don't really know, but no one's even waiting for that because of how diabolical it is. And if you go to their website right now and like try and buy merch, it's just taken offline. Like you can't even do that anymore. So it really seems like this company is fucked. It reminds me of from Call of Duty 4. 50,000 VTubers used to create here. Now it's a ghost town, and it's VShojo's office. Real quick though, I want to give you like a bit of good news that's come from all of this. Iron Mouse did a Tiltify link in the description, and that's been shared a lot from a lot of people that want to support because the charity that she was raising money for never saw the money that she earned for them. And since this blew up, the Tiltify link has exploded, and over $600,000 is being donated to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which I think is very, very nice. I think that is great. So at least something positive has come from this. But overall, it's just like a really sad set of circumstances because of how many people are now going to be out of a job, because I don't see how VShojo has some kind of triumphant bounce back, like a phoenix rising from the ashes here. Because it's not even ashes, it's actually just like feces. Like it'd be like, the swamp monster rising from my septic tank. There is really nothing they could do to ever get their reputation back unless somehow all of them are lying, which I just don't think is possible. I don't think that's the case. I want to show you another VTuber that actually confronted the CEO of VShojo's Japan branch live on stream about how she was also not getting the payments she was owed for quite some time.
First of all, I was already planning to leave VShojo this month. Specifically, on the 31st. Because, VShojo hasn't paid a significant amount of money, to me too.
っていうところはあったんですけれども、
So did you just say that VShojo JP itself was doing good?
そうですね。
In finances too?
そうですね。
You haven't paid me.
This was a pretty wacky stream. This shit goes insano style. Her confronting the CEO of this company, her boss, live on stream, and also the fact that her boss agreed to do it in the first place blows my mind. That is baffling. Like, humiliation rituals aren't this brutal. But here he is, and she is not holding anything back. She is not pulling punches. She's not sugarcoating things. It is a smackdown, and it is raw.
I quit VShojo today.
はい。
VShojo 辞めます、今日。
はい。
はい。31日予定でしたけど、今日辞めます。I quit. This is very wrong. ローさん。
はい。
Very, very wrong. You're telling me that VShojo JP was doing good? Looked like, at least.
はい。
Doing good.
払っていたとしても、ケイソンに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
ということです。
Then where is it? Where is it? I want it now. Oh. Did you just die? What?
いや、
What a fascinating conversation here. So, the Japan branch CEO claims that the Japan branch was doing fine, and they could have paid her, but they didn't. We could have done it, but we decided not to. What, big whoop? You want to fight about it? So what? So, as I understand it, he is saying that while they were thriving, they could have afforded to pay her what she was owed, but from what I've gathered, their hands were kind of tied because the English branch was struggling when it comes to their finances, which apparently caused a disconnect here where they couldn't pay the talent in the Japan branch because the goobers on the English side of things were floundering. That's my understanding of it from everything I've read about all of this. But either way, the brass tacks of it is a lot of talent wasn't getting paid, allegedly. And as you just saw, she quit right to his face. Just actually said, I'm fucking out. Where's my money? Put it right here. Set this shit in my hand. Put the money in my hand right now, or I'm leaving. Okay, I can't help but notice there's here. I'm out. So she left, and literally every VTuber I can find that was with VShojo has also left. This was a speedrun corpo death here. This was a snowball that turned into an avalanche that turned into a fucking meteor that blasted VShojo's headquarters and annihilated them like the dinosaurs. It went fast. It really reminds me of a classic blunder in the corporate world online with Artesian Builds. Anyone remember Artesian Builds? They were kind of like the top dog when it came to system integrators online. Well, one of the top dogs. They were a huge player. Tens of millions of dollars worth of like revenue. And then one stream, the CEO let his mask slip a little too much, and he showed that he was a douchebag. I'm talking turbo Redditor loser douchebag. Insufferable. They were doing a giveaway. The giveaway winner was a smaller streamer, and for some reason he stuck up their nose at them, insulting them, making a big stink about it, like, oh, you're just way too small. Yikes. Ooh, look who just won this giveaway. A fucking plebeian? Ooh, yucky. Pew.
2K followers is under my threshold. 3 days ago is within my threshold. Long streams, which is good. An Artesian Builds GIF panel. See if you have redeeming qualities.
What happened if he's personally bought 10 PCs?
She
I guess
could be international.
Watching that clip back still makes my skin crawl. It is so cringe. It is awful. Even saying, like, let's see if you have any redeeming qualities. Oh my god. But this clip is infamous. It sank the whole company. That moment was the stake driven through the vampire's heart. It killed Artesian Builds overnight. Everybody left that company, obviously myself included, and it died that day. The same phenomenon has just now happened to VShojo. Within 24 hours, everyone seems to have left this agency. I don't think there's any chance for it to make some kind of miraculous comeback. Didn't work for Artesian Builds, and I don't foresee VShojo having some kind of like silver bullet here, some kind of ace up their sleeve that would like save them in any capacity, because now too many people are aware that they're not a good company. There were things that were very wrong with this organization, and some of the talent that people love, some of their most beloved creators, were mistreated by them and misled by them. And I certainly didn't expect it to be this quick. Knowing what I know about VTuber agencies, their contracts are more like hostage negotiations than they are like partnership agreements. I thought for sure VShojo would have clauses in there that would prevent people from just leaving like this and then like, you know, publicly insulting them and divulging information about why like this. But I'm happy I was wrong here and that the talent does have the freedom to both keep their IP and explain why they're leaving and leave when they want. That's very nice that they weren't locked down, like shackled to VShojo where they could like shut them up and like try and control the narrative. As I said in the last video, VShojo is one of the very few VTuber agencies that I wasn't super privy to the behind the scenes work and the contracts that they do. So I guess the claim was right about freedom, where they do actually have like pretty breathable contracts that is allowing them to just leave like this. That is a good thing. I bet they're pretty upset about it. They're probably feeling very sore, not trying to lock them down and like prevent bad-mouthing the company and poo-pooing on VShojo on the way out, like many other VTuber agencies have built into their contracts. Again, not going to get too deep into the specifics, but this is something you probably won't see happen to any other VTuber agency. So I guess it really was true that they did have pretty breathable contracts. And it's nice to see that the talent is using that freedom to let their voices be heard and not want to associate with a company that they don't support anymore for some very scummy practices. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update to this because this was pretty shocking to see how quickly it all just collapsed for VShojo. This was a company that was worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. They had like 4 of the top 10 English-speaking VTubers under their umbrella. Now they have nothing. It's pretty crazy. And it's not like it was all because of Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse was just like the lightning rod that allowed other content creators to feel confident enough to share their stories as well, and it became very clear that VShojo wasn't a company that most people wanted to associate with. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.